I'm going to Eurovision. Fuck's sake, I can't fucking do this shit. How do you say that? Like, it's so cringe. I'm going to Eurovision 2026. It's not 100% confirmed, but I'm going. Hi, my name's DALE.K. I'm a creative director and choreographer, and I guess the best place to start is from the beginning. How did I end up here, sat on my bed, videoing this for you guys to say that I am going to Eurovision 2026? Well, it's always been a dream of mine to be a creative director and choreographer for massive stages. And is there a stage bigger in Europe than Eurovision? I think not. I've been really lucky up until this point and had a really varied career as a performer and as a creative. I'm best known for, I think, my work with queer artists, creating striking visuals, maybe a bit shocking. My style, I would say, is definitely leaning more contemporary, jazz funk, dance-wise and creatively. I like everything to just be super playful, highly saturated. I'm obsessed with storytelling, and the heart of everything I do has to be embedded with storytelling and soul. I remember the first time I saw Eurovision, it was my 14th birthday. I was on holiday with my family in Turkey, and my parents were like, "Oh, Eurovision's on tonight. Let's go to the local restaurant bar to go watch it." And I believe it was the year that the guy who had the fiddle won, and there was a song by Azerbaijan that I absolutely became obsessed with. I couldn't speak a single word of their language, but you best know I gave it my best shot. And from that year on, I was obsessed with Eurovision. I watched it every single year. And, you know, as I came into my queerness, as I came into my creativity, I became an artist. It has always been sort of a North Star in regards of the direction I want to take my career in. And here we are. Last year in 2024, I had the opportunity to work on the national competitions in Ireland, Portugal, and for a short while in Slovenia. And I absolutely became obsessed with Eurovision during this time. I always liked it, but being part of the fandom and then being part of the machine were two completely different things. And I actually began to understand sport a little bit. What you find is working in the performing arts industry, it's a solo sport, necessarily. You don't work in teams, or if you do, it's for very short periods of time. Whereas when I got the opportunity to work in these national competitions in Europe, you really develop this kinship with both your team and the artist. Because not only is it just a performance, it's a competition. Having my first taste of competing as part of a team was really what made me fall in love with the process of Eurovision. I worked with Henka in Portugal. She sang her song I Want to Destroy You, which was a neo-metal heavy rock track, which was unlike anything the Portuguese audience had seen before. And as a team, we managed to get first place with the public vote, which was incredible. She won by a long shot. I saw the numbers afterwards, and T, if you're a Eurovision fan and you're watching this, girl did good, and I'm hoping she goes back again. In Ireland, I worked with the amazing Bobby Arlo, which was a completely different experience to my experience in Portugal. And this was another thing that really hit me hard when it came to working on Eurovision last year, that every country I worked in was a completely different ballgame. They were uncomparable due to many factors, often like budgets, but also culturally, and also the hype around Eurovision in each country is completely different. Therefore, the way they manage the competition, manage the artist, was completely different. Ireland, I will say, was a challenge. But I have Irish roots. I'm originally from Liverpool. I have Irish heritage, and Ireland have actually won Eurovision the most amount of times. So it was an incredible experience. I fell in love with Bobby. I think she fell in love with me also. And that relationship has now developed into a kinship, whereas I've continued to work with her creatively, but also now she is an artist under my management company, which I run, which is super exciting. So, you know, the relationships I developed during last year's season have continued to grow and develop now, and I'm still part of those teams, and I'm still creating work with those artists. And I'm excited for maybe one day for them to give it another shot. Maybe we're going to go back. We'll give it a good hey ho again. But moving into 2026, I am already working on the creative for a couple of national selections. I'm not going to yet say what countries those are. I'm working on the wider projects of what those artists are creating, whether it be future single releases, EPs. But I've heard the music and I've heard their submissions for this year, and we winning. I'm going. Like, there's no ifs and buts about it. I can't wait to start like releasing more information on who I'm working with, what we're doing, what the creative is. But the point of me creating this video is, after last year's incredible experience, I really just want to document my experience going into the end of 2025, early 2026, and hopefully this series is going to lead us to being at the grand finals in May next year, which is so exciting. So I'm going to basically vlog the experience. I'm going to keep doing updates here, sitting down with you guys, kind of talking about what's happening, how things are going, because it's not easy. If anything I learned last year, I learned a lot, but it's not easy. And these guys go through it. The artists go through it. The creatives go through it. National selections are not an easy process. And what you see on the television is a really small part of a huge machine. And although I've not had the opportunity yet to go to the semi and finals in May, I've had friends who have also said that it's a crazy, wild, but once in a lifetime opportunity that I can't wait to have. Because guess what, bitch? That's what we're manifesting. It's going to happen. I have no doubt. I can't wait to keep talking about Eurovision with you guys. I can't wait to share this journey. It's a lifelong dream. And last year we got so close, and this year we're going the whole fucking way. Loads of love. Please subscribe, please comment, please like, please do all those things. And I really want to know what you guys want to know, maybe about last year's process, about what I'm doing this year. Ask me all the questions. Love you guys loads, and I can't wait to start this journey with you. Bye!